Bonjour mes amis! Hi guys, I want to rant a bit about watch brands announcing new models and then not delivering them to the shops for weeks or months even. And I'm not even talking about Rolex, whatever they're going to announce at this point, you know that it's not going to be available in the shops, it's going to go straight to second hand. It's a different situation, the whole market is twisted. But I was so pleased that Tudor had watches available in the shop on the day of the release yesterday of this blue model. Well done, Tudor. And that's how it should be. It doesn't have to be more complicated. Now it's 2020. Everybody knows about every release in advance. They even, create the buzz a couple of days before with teasers. And then on the day of the release, it's going to be on Hodinkee, Time and Tide, Watch Advisors. Everybody's going to be talking about it. So you only get such a short amount of buzz, and I'm especially with brands that are a bit softer on the market, Longines, Omega, Jaeger-LeCoultre, great brands making nice watches. But if you have to wait 5 6 months to get the watch, by then you will have usually moved on because there's going to be 15 other releases in between, and your money is going to be with another brand. So I don't understand really exactly what they're trying to do. Nice of Longines, of GLC the other day to call me before the actual release of the new Master Control. Well done there, by the way. And you could put your money down in advance, so you could be the first one to get the watch. That's how it should be. That's how it should be done. Now, having that buzz of getting this Tudor on the first day, and being able to share it with you on my channel, for me, it's even more interesting to get the watches early on. I went to Longines. They get a great buzz now for the Tuxedo dial watches. They have time only and they have a chronograph. And the heritage line is really great. You get that touch of the luxury of the 40s when Longines was top dog, and we could do a whole video about Longines. Is it a great brand or is it not? In a way, it's they get in-house calibers because ETA is part of the Swatch group like them, but at the same time, it's not true luxury. So they really straddle the line there between entry level and true luxury. But nevertheless, they get a buzz for these watches. I was really looking forward to see that chronograph, and maybe even purchase it and give you a review of it. And I go to the shops. The guys don't know when it's going to come. Leave us your number. Leave us your card. One guy even said it's going to come next year. Who knows? I mean, the Watch Advisor review was on a mock-up of the watch. It didn't even have the actual caliber of it. So what's the point, Longines, of doing that? You're gonna lose the little buzz that you get, the excitement, and the chance for us men children who want instant gratification, who just can't wait for forever. I can wait forever for the Patek of a lifetime, but a casual release by Longines, I would like to get it without having to build it up myself in my head for 6 months. And I go to the shop, it's not there. You've probably lost the sale, and I think it's going to be the same with many people. What's the point? By the time it comes out, maybe it's going to come out in small quantities. A couple of guys are going to make a video, complain about it. You're going to think about it, and you will have probably moved on in your head. So there you go, fail. Same with Omega. Oh my God! I know the James Bond movie was delayed because of the pandemic, but they had announced the new watch, the titanium version of the Seamaster, before this announcement. And you go to the shop, it's not there. You can put a deposit, like you're gonna put a deposit and have to pay full retail for a watch produced in unlimited quantities that you haven't seen yet. No, it's a big ask, and you don't know when you're gonna get it. I'm not gonna put down money in a pandemic situation, or even without a pandemic situation. So now it's been 6 months, I think, since they announced the watch, and since they've put those pictures of Daniel Craig in the windows. Still not there, never in the window. I don't even want to walk in anymore and ask, because I'm only going to do it once or twice. If every time they tell me, oh, put down your your contact details or put down some money. It's tedious. Honestly, it's tedious. Yeah, if I had no watch, if my dream was to have an Omega, maybe I would wait for 6 months. But I have 20 watches. I have other things to do. To be honest with you, and the buzz is gone. The reviews have gone on the internet months ago by the professionals. That's also I'm raising some interest into it as a reviewer of watches and a fan of watches. It was the same 2 years ago. I was in Macau when they released the Seamaster, the new versions, with the gray dials, the blue dials. I walk in the shop, they had all the displays, no watches. They just had a few, then it was gone. And then it took months to see the watches. They were just sending just a couple here in Hong Kong, one of the main watch markets. In 2018, way before the pandemic situation, they were trying to create this impression of scarcity. By then, by the time they were readily available, I had moved on. I had bought a couple of Rolex. I had a Sea Dweller. I had no more interest into that one. And, I had seen mitigated reviews, some people complaining about this and that. So it was just working in my head negatively. And I gave up and I lost interest. Too bad. And also, by the time they were a bit more available, there were already other ones on the secondary market at great discounts. So again, the brand losing the chance of selling some watches under the buzz at full retail or with just a small discount at the boutique, at the AD. Missed opportunities in my view. I do understand though the role of Baselworld and now that it's gone, the idea of testing the market first, testing your retailers, testing a bit also through social media, the response, which is going to help a brand gauge how many units they should be producing, how many they should be sending at any given time to spread around. Obviously there are limitations to production. That's not really the issue here. I think it's always good to have a few pieces available on the day of the release. I'm not talking about flooding the market. There's still room to test the market, but really, my rant is about missing that buzz of the release and have people just waiting around. Sometimes the watches are not even ready to be delivered. We've seen complications taking a couple of years to deliver in a stable fashion because the movement was too complicated. But in the case of this Longines, for example, it's a fairly simple adaptation of a common movement. Just make it available on the day of the release. Otherwise, what's the point? Let me know what you think in the comments. I know it's a bit childish and to be so impatient, but at the same time, I think I've made my reasons clear for why I think brands should make more watches available at the time of the announcement. All right, guys, let me know what you think. Speak to you soon. Bye bye.